Everything seems ready and prepped for paint. Wade's just gonna give it a wipe down and then I think first coat.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
What's up guys, welcome back to another week's episode. In this episode, we're probably hopefully gonna get some paint on the car this week. Wade has been slaving away the past week, sanding down everything, getting everything ready for primer and then hopefully some paint. I'm currently on my way to just collect the bike quickly, and then once we collect the bike I'll show you or give you an update on everything that was done. The bike should be in decent condition and ready to use. Cycling is quite an expensive sport, and I think I've realized that it's a rich man's hobby and I'm not a rich man, so I don't know how this is gonna go down. But anyway, let me show you guys everything that was done to the bicycle. Here's some of the bikes, and if you want to see what I mean, this one's for sale for 56,000. Probably more expensive than the Mk2 and Mk1. This red one really looks nice, and it's only actually 18k. But yeah, that's the prices of bicycles for those of you who were wondering. I really like this one. Just gonna take it for a quick little test, check the gears and stuff. Gonna ride it. Monique's gonna give it a try. Yeah, it is quite high for her. I think it's a large frame, which is way too high for her. Jy gaan val, my bro. So this is the bike. It's looking much better now. My brother gave it a clean along with his bike and my dad's bike. It looks so much neater, clean and tidy. So what was done was, this was replaced, the handlebars, and then they put a brand new tire on in front. This was badly rusted and stuff. I took it off, gave it a bit of a sand down, and then resprayed this black. This I also sprayed black. It was faded. This where this sits in was rusted. Resprayed that black, and that made quite a big difference. As you can see, gave the wheels a polish, cleaned up here as much as I could. However, there is a brake squeak on the rear. There's something I want to try, and hopefully that will get rid of that noise. But if not, I'm probably going to have to replace the brake pads, which is in there, and this rotor. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. There's still a couple of things that need to be done. Obviously, brakes over there, if I don't get that right. And then this is not working. This is supposed to lock. So you've got the shocks over there. Normally you have it manually and you can lock the shocks. So if you off-road, you got your shocks, and then if you lock this, it will lock the shocks. However, it doesn't stay locked in this position. So I'm not too sure what happened. It looked like he might have fallen and damaged this, but that we'll have to look into. That's just one thing that I need to sort out as well. But that is future stuff that I'll sort out. The first thing I think that's most important is that noise on the rear brakes. Let me just see if I pull brakes and we can hear. There. Yeah, it's quite bad. But while you're riding, it doesn't make as much of a noise unless you press hard brakes. And it can be a little bit embarrassing if you're riding with other people. So definitely need to sort that out. And then also brand new cassette. I think it's called a cassette. I'm not too sure. This over here, this was replaced, as well as the chain. So you can see brand new chain. So this is where we're currently at. Primer is on. And the entire car's busy getting flat by Wade. Thing feels nice and smooth. Once he's done with that, hopefully we'll get a bit of color later. So we've got everything set up over here. Almost ready for the paint to go on. Everything's flat on there. Bonnet, this is old marks over here from the previous job. Hopefully that can be sorted out. And then we've got Wade masking up over here. Everything's prepped. This is prepped over here. Floor's wet, just for any dust particles. Everything looks to be covered up. Wheels are covered up, and yeah, that's obviously not covered the windscreen, but we've got that piece of blanket so nothing gets onto the dashboard. But yeah, everything seems ready and prepped for paint. We're just gonna give it a wipe down, and then I think first coat. So I ended up leaving yesterday because it was getting a bit late. I couldn't stay till the end, but Wade actually stayed quite late and he finished everything off. He got the car complete, color on, as well as a clear coat. However, the color didn't really come out as expected. We thought that it would come a bit more different. There was supposed to be, or Wade actually put in a blue pearl, so there was supposed to be a slight pearl in it. I guess there is, but it's not as noticeable as we thought it would be. There is, however, a lot of imperfections, but considering what it was, it looks much better than initially. But as I said previously, it's not going to be a show built car, so that was expected. Also, time frame we had to do it, and also the conditions we painted the car in, it all adds up. So yeah, I think Wade still needs to do a polish, a buff and polish. Maybe it will get the color out a bit more, and there is a slight orange peel finish, so hopefully with the buff and polish you'll get a bit of that out, and then some of the imperfections. But it didn't come out too bad for what it is, for what we had to work with. I think it came out okay. Could have been better. So I'll show you what it is. The color is actually a white color. You can see over here. So it's not the original white that was on here. It's actually a polo white. So it comes off the new polos. And then, like I said, there was supposed to be a slight blue tint. There's a bit of dirt on here from all the wind because it's been standing outside, so it hasn't been washed or anything yet, but I'm not sure. Maybe in the sun you'll pick it up a bit better, but I do see a glimpse of it. But I was expecting the blue pearl to be a bit more prominent. And then over here we've got the boot lid. Boot lid also looks good, much better than it was. We've got the wiper delete. It's been standing here, so it's collected some dust. Don't know if you can pick it up on here. But all in all, it's a fairly decent job. Hopefully you can get rid of some of the blemishes with a polish and a buff to make it look a little bit better, but also once it's out in the sun we'll get a better view of what it looks like. So yeah, that's the current state. Hopefully once we put everything together, assemble everything, get on all the trim, the bumper, clean the car up, hopefully it will look a bit better. yeah, mixed emotions, mixed feelings, because yeah, there's a bit of imperfections, but like I say, from the beginning of this, the offset, we said that it's not going to be a show car and that we're not expecting the thing to be top notch, but I think I need to realize that as well. Anyway, we're going to have to start assembling now, and like I said, hopefully that will make the finishing look a bit better. We are still searching for those rubbers and a couple of other things. Once we assemble, we'll see exactly what we need. So the next couple of videos after it's assembled, we'll pick up and see what's missing, what trims, what pieces we are in need of, and then either reach out to one of you or find it where we can. But yeah, I think that's it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.